Hello, everyone. It's afternoon now. My daughter had a doctor's appointment, which didn't go so well. Not because of it, it's more. She just came back. She says, "I think I'm going to a quack." She with some things that are going on with my daughter after she had the baby, this and that. Uh, the doctor she goes to said to her, "Well, let me look," and she read definitions of things, and my daughter just she comes back, she says, Mama, I had already read all that because I looked that stuff up myself. I know how to Google too. And yeah, sadly, it's oh gosh, goodness, what's going on when with the doctors today? Oh, are all of them like that? Absolutely not. But and then what if I have something that I feel like I need to get this checked out now, and I'm being told, yeah, we don't have an opening until for 6 months, and supposedly it's not that easy to just change your doctor around, right? And it seems like everybody seems to be having that problem. It's like, oh my gosh, I am so not a part of that world. Don't have to be. Thank you. That I'm not aware. I mean, I'm just listening and I'm going, whoa. Past experiences, yeah, kind of similar. A long time ago. So anyway, I told my daughter, I said, look, I have this great oil that I think that may help her, but we have to be consistent, not forget about it, to be too tired, right? So I told her, I said, look, I said, how about we just give that for about 3 weeks a chance? God's pharmacy out there, and see if that will help you, especially with her headaches and her migraines that she has now. Uh, Maybe still a hormone changing going on after just having a baby, this and that, right? Yeah. Well, anyway, but this doctor wanted to prescribe her a muscle relaxer, and my daughter's like, nope, we're not doing that. So anyway, uh, then I came across a little discussion I had with someone where I ended up just asking questions because I wanted to know. It's like, okay, I'm telling you that it isn't possible to pray for yourself in a selfish way. And he said, yeah, you can. You can pray for yourself. I said, as far as I know, Father taught us, true Father taught us, true Mother teaches us, true parents are teaching us, according to God's will, you pray for others. Oh, before you pray for yourself, you pray exclusively for others. And he's like, no, and he brings up a couple of points, and I said, okay, you give me an example of an unselfish prayer where you pray for yourself. Comes back, well, I already given you that. I'm going, no, you didn't. I'm asking for an example. You pray. You pray. You give me a prayer that you can say for yourself with in an unselfish way. So far, I haven't heard anything. I examined then my own prayer life, and literally it is, I hear something. One came up. I'm in a group of prayer warriors, and they're often very short. Again, why ask other people to pray for you if you've got this on yourself under control? And someone came in and said, please, I need some prayers today. God knows where my problem lies. Right? And I always go in and give the little, what's it? I care with the heart emoji. And immediately, Father, please hear the person. Hear their pleas. Hear, right? Yes? Oh, their pleas? Oh, well, what is that? If someone's willing to hand over their problems, their something they're dealing with or need an answer to, some guidance, And they hand it over to others to plea, put a plea out to our Heavenly Parent. What do you think? Isn't that what's called unity among people? Yes? Oh, so the other person just waits then, and okay, that's going to happen. Well, no, we ourselves, what do we do? Right? We answer another. If it's us asking for prayers, then of course we do the same thing for others. Isn't that how it kind of works? I found in my own prayer life, I can't pray for myself. I don't want to pray for myself. It always feels wrong. So, well, then, so what do you do? I disregard my problems. I disregard things that aren't. And for example, when I'm in pain, I've said this many times before, when I'm in pain, I'm going, I can't already take an ibuprofen again. This isn't as bad. This is not that bad. This is not a situation where I need to, that I can take something. I know I'm going to be in better shape for a few hours. Right? I'm still having to be careful because now suddenly you're not in pain. And what are you going to do, right? Be off worse afterwards when it wears off. And I try to push through the pain. So it's going to be fine. I did a little too much today. It's going to be okay once I have the rest. In the meantime, Father, please, I'd like to offer up my pain to a child out there that is suffering. Yes, and Spirit can take that. That's not praying for myself again, right? Yes, what I'm doing with my problems that I have with, or maybe something that I need to pray about, right? A situation where I'm saying, Father, for the understanding of this other person, I need some guidance. Is that a prayer for myself? No, that's just asking for guidance, right? Yes. But otherwise, my prayers are always for others out there. So, I've told this one before where I went to I can't remember what religion it was. It could have been Buddhism. I don't think it was Buddhism. It was some, and they invited me to go and to chant. So I'm not sure but as I said, I can't remember which religion it was, where they chant Nam Ya Range Kie, something like that. Right? And I said, oh, sure, I'll go. And there's a lot of other people there. It's not like I'm going alone with somebody. There were a lot of other, the whole room, it was a relatively small room, not too small, and it was packed with people. And I can't remember what the guy said beforehand, and then everybody started, but I do remember that part he said. We are all here together to pray together. And you pray for what you need and want. If you need a car, if you want a car, if you need money, if you need love, if you, whatever there was, you pray for that. Everybody will pray for their thing, but we're going to do it together. And I'm listening to that and going, well, that already kind of, I was ready to get up and go, no. That's not what I pray for. Even if. That's not, no. That's not going to happen. That was just, I'm going, what? Why? I was really young at the time, too, in my later 20s or something. Or early 20s, I can't remember when that exactly was, but it was early in my life. And even then, I already knew, probably with the give and take I've already had with Spirit World, enough. Going, no, that's not how you do this. But I thought, I'll stay for a little while. Let's just see on how they're going to do that, what that's going to sound like. And then they started to chant. And I sat there and chanted along for, as I said, for me, this was just a learning experience of, again, what do people do out there with all this stuff? And I sat there, and first of all, there was nothing there. Throughout the whole, I was there maybe for 20 minutes, listening and chanting myself as well. I thought, well, I'll give it a try. You never know. There was nothing happening within me, and I could feel nothing happening around me, which is rare when it comes to things like this. Prayer, for example. And I realized that the sincerity of, where does the sincerity of the prayers or the chant here lie, actually? And after 20 minutes, they were still going on, and I got up and I left. I thought, I'm in the wrong place here. This is not, and it wasn't like I told anybody, you guys are doing the wrong thing, or this is not right, or I didn't do that, because again, that the belief of the people and how they have a need for belief, right, shows itself in many different ways. For some, I would say, that have had maybe grew up with no belief or nothing, this is kind of the beginning of something that does mean something to them. Do you know what I mean? But again, I thought, wow, if, say, billions of people out there were to do what that group in that room did, what would the world look like, actually? With what the people need and want for themselves. Yes, I'm just saying. Interesting. And would it be really what they needed and wanted? Okay. Beware what you ask for. Okay, all right. Well, in any case, I'm still a strong believer, and maybe someday, as I spiritually still grow, I understand better this beloved brother who tells me, yes, you can pray in an unselfish way for yourself. I haven't found that way yet. And I asked him for an example to learn from him. And for some reason, he's copying it. Why? Okay, let's get going. Then I saw another one. If you can't vote people, wicked people, out of office, pray them out. I'm going, okay. I guess I'm understanding this right. Praying out means you pray that they leave office. You pray that they get thrown out, fired, whatever. That's not the restoration path that I understand. I've been praying for leadership in our country that acknowledges, number one, sincerely, our one God. Oh, does that mean Christianity then? This and that? Okay, if that's what comes to your mind, then that sounded judgmental, then, well, that's on you. That's not what I meant. And I don't believe in just praying out people. That's negative. How is that right? I would pray for restoration. For if enough of us pray here in this country, can we elevate, awaken someone's conscience? Well, if you believe in the origin, in the original self, in all of us, which comes from whom? Then it should be possible. Yes? How much sincerity does that have to go with that then? That's when you have to learn to love your enemy. Yes, again, it's a difficult concept to understand. But I said that in another video on how that suddenly came to me. Wow, it isn't just something I'm practicing and I want to do it and I want to believe in that and I want to... But I couldn't help but feel it. And that the negative thoughts that could have gone with the just desserts didn't happen. They weren't stronger than my empathy. All right, let's get going now. We are in the book of Job 22. C, third cycle of discourses. I don't even know what that means. Discourses? Have we had discourses? All right. Admission of guilt leads to reconciliation with God. Repentance. Well, let's find out. Sounds good, though. So far, the titles didn't seem to have a whole lot to do with what I actually read about, right? Well, I'm just saying. But let's see here. So, admission of guilt leads to reconciliation with God. What does that mean? That Job reconciles with God? Passes through that hell that he's in and comes out on the other side? Or someone else? Because it's Eliphaz of Teman that speaks next. He said, can a human being contribute anything to God when even someone intelligent can benefit only himself? Well, what did I start out with? The prayer thing? Does Shaddai derive any benefit from your uprightness or profit from your blameless conduct? Okay, well, now Job himself, according to the story here, the masterpiece of poetry, admitted himself of past mistakes, or maybe even, okay, I'm just saying. But here now, okay, from your blameless conduct. It's not consistent. I don't like that. Do you think he is punishing you for your piety and bringing you to justice for that? Ooh, interesting question. No, for your great wickedness, more likely for your unlimited sins. Ooh, very judgmental. Does he know that? Is he qualified to say that? Well, we don't know. How close were these guys to each other? For knowing, okay, well, we had that okay, right. You have exacted unearned pledges from your brothers, stripped people naked of their clothes, failed to give water to the thirsty, and you refused bread to the hungry, handed the land over to a strong man for some favored person to move in, sent widows away empty-handed, and crushed the arms of orphans. No wonder then if snares are all around you, and sudden terrors make you afraid, if light has turned to darkness so that you cannot see, and you have been submerged in the flood. Whoa, okay then. What does Eliphaz of Teman know about Job? And he names them. The sin, the unlimited sins. Does not God live high in the heavens? Does he not see the senate of the stars? And because he is up there, you have said, what does God know? Can he judge through the dark cloud? The clouds to him are an impenetrable veil. Sorry, some words still hard for me to say. As he goes his way on the rim of the heavens. And will you still follow the ancient trail trodden by the wicked, those who were born of before their time, whose foundations were swamped by a flood? For having said to God, go away, what can Shaddai do to us? Yet he himself had filled their house with good things, although excluded from the plans of the wicked. At such a spectacle the upright rejoice, and the innocent deride them. See how our enemies have been destroyed. See how their wealth has perished in the flames. I'm not getting this part at all. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to read it again. Well then, make peace with him, be reconciled, and all your happiness will be restored to you. Welcome to the teaching from his lips, and keep his words close to your heart. If you return humble to Shaddai, and drive wickedness far from your tent, if you lay your gold down on the dust, Ophir down among the pebbles of the torrent, Shaddai will be bars of gold to you, and silver piled in heaps. Ooh. That's not bad at all. Then Shaddai will be all your delight, and you will lift your face to God. You will pray, and he will hear. And you will be able to fulfill your vows. Oh. Did you just hear what Eliphaz said here. Then Shaddai will be all your delight, and you will lift your face to God. You will pray, and he will hear, and you will be able to fulfill your vows. Whatever you undertake will go well, and light will shine on your path. Which brings me to one more part about prayer. Yes, I do. I pray not for myself, for something, yet I make promises. I make conditions to bring God joy. Because the purpose of life is what? To bring God joy. Yes? So yeah, some of my prayers include me, but not to ask for things or for stuff to go right in my life, for me, myself, okay? My daughter with her boyfriend is in Portugal right now. And of course, I send prayers every day. Please let them be all right, make good choices, and have a nice time. And please bring them, if it is your will, bring them home safely to all of us. Yes? Okay. Yeah. Is that a prayer for myself? So, yes, there are things that I pray to my Heavenly Father that are given by me, where I'm not asking for something constantly, myself, for myself, but that I want to give of myself to my Heavenly Parent. As a what? A thank you? Yes. Huh? All right. So this is, why did I talk about prayer beforehand? And then this comes up? Well, yeah, all right. Whatever you undertake will go well, and light will shine on your path, even when things don't go so well or different. It's still going to be a shining path. It still is. For he casts down the pride of the arrogant, but he saves those of downcast eyes. Humble, be humble. He rescues anyone who is innocent. Have your hands clean, and you will be saved. And again, if we, with this last part, he rescues anyone who is innocent. Really? Does he? Not on earth here. Because again, because of what? Free will? We, mankind here, men and women, with our children, are shaping society, not God. So the consequences are also ours. And innocent people do suffer under that. Yes? But he rescues anyone who is innocent. Where does that happen eventually? All right. Have your hands clean, and you will be saved. So reconciliation with God, again, I'm not getting the title. Admission of guilt leads to reconciliation with God. Title doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it makes sense to someone else with what we just read here, but it doesn't make to me. There is no, I don't see. So it seems like that Eliphaz is giving Job some guidance on, look, it sounds to me like you need to come right with God. And even though you say you're blameless, and I happen to know different because I've been around you. You have done things. And he's rather than, I have to say, in the way that Eliphaz is doing this here, I have to say myself that he is trying to teach his friend. Look, I think it'd be better to just, why do you keep wanting to hold on to this anger of yours and resentment. And he is trying to give Job a way to reconcile with God. Yes? I don't know, does Eliphaz have that type of power to, to decide if God wants to reconcile with Job or not after his tirades against God? Yeah. But it seems to me that Eliphaz, in a way, does sincerely believe in something really strong and powerful, right? And maybe not just that, but has experienced God's love firsthand. That's a pretty powerful thing. Oftentimes when people compare, God as being all powerful, this and that, it's about oppression. Huh? It's about oppressing others that are doing wrong to you. That's how powerful God is. Well, this is kind of what we're getting here in the Old Testament when it comes to the wars and all that. And he will put down the wicked, and okay, you know what I mean? But really, the really, truly powerful thing about our Heavenly Parent, God, that Creator, is when you experience that love. That is powerful. It is so powerful, it will change your life if you're letting yourself experience that. Okay? It's true. I'm going to end with that. Yes. I'm going to rest for a little bit. Then I need to clean my little abode here a little bit. And then I'm going to try myself at a peach roll. My daughter doesn't have to write trays for, it's like a pumpkin roll, but I'm making it with different flavors. And she doesn't have to write tray for the amount of the recipe. So to make to roll up the dough, or to make that dough thin enough. So I'm going to have to cut the recipe a little bit, and now I'm procrastinating a little bit. But I do want to get it to go. I know the dough has to rest afterwards for about a couple hours before I can keep working on it. So I'll have to get going pretty soon if I'm going to do that today. And my daughter is going to cook tilapia today. She does do a great job at that fish, and I'm happy to see that the little time that she does have, she wants to be a part of the cooking too. That's cool. That will give me time to take care of the little one. Oh, we had a great day yesterday on that one. Last little thing to share. Did I already share that? In another video? Well, whatever. I'm going to share it again. I may have just shared that in the last video. I can't remember now. But the little one, she's 5.5 months old now, had her first real meal yesterday. Purple sweet potato. You ever had purple sweet potato? I've never had purple sweet potato, but I saw one and the price was really good. And I took it home, and it has a lot of that white stickiness, a lot of starch, and must have a lot of sweetness in it too. So she didn't want to give her anything sweet, to begin with. Go with vegetables. I'm not sure about that one. But so she had, and for the first time last night, so mashed purple sweet potato. And so my daughter was sitting there, and of course my son-in-law, he's there with the camera, right? Yeah. Okay. Filming it all. And here is my daughter with the little cup in her hand, her bowl, and then the spoon, the little spoons, and she goes, "Here, honey," and the little one, She knew exactly what to do. It was first time, and I guess has watched us enough because she always sits with us at the table too. Frustrated she can't have some of that good smelling stuff. And yesterday she got plenty of it, and she loved it, and it was funny to watch her eat for the first time. Yes, and she seemed to really enjoy it. Some of the faces she made. And oh my gosh, what a precious moment. And she did really, really well with it as well. Her tummy seems to be ready to receive more nourishment than just mama's milk. Yes. Yeah. All right. She gets a little bit of. She has done the best with the goat's milk formula. Um, that she gets a little bit of as well. So anyway, oh my gosh, what a day! Wonderful. I just love it. Love it all. Thank you, Father. That's my prayers. Prayers that I send about myself are of being grateful, thankful, and accepting what is and will be, and that I do want to do my best. Those are my prayers. To give, not to selfishly want to receive. Yes? Just saying. All right. Father, your will, not mine. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you, embrace you with love, and I will talk to y'all, God willing, tomorrow.